What is up, people? Van from the Vaniverse Gaming Channel here with another video on Conan Exiles. In today's video, we're going to cover the first DLC that came to Conan Exiles. It's part of the Season 1 DLC pass. It covers the first 4 DLCs that came out in 2018. I already did a preview on the new DLC. It's actually, you can click on the eye in the top right. It'll take you to it. That is the first DLC of the Season 2 pass. So you can buy the Season 2 pass, but the other 3 DLCs are coming out at a later date in 2019. So also, if you click on that eye, you'll see a playlist. That's going to cover my preview of every DLC for Season 1 that came out in 2018. And then I have a 5th video to kind of give you my summary of what I would buy, etc. Obviously, this is all based on preference and what you want to pay, but each DLC is about $10 each. And then if you buy the bundle, you're going to get 4 DLCs for the price of 3. It saves you $10. So let's get started here. This is the first DLC. It came out June of 2018. It's called the Imperial East pack. If you look up here in the top left, those are the wall frames, basically a wall with a window. That's what the outside style looks like. And then right here, you'll see this is the regular wall outside. Here's your gate and your gate frame. Pretty cool looking there. And then down here, you can see what the sides of the foundations will look like. Now, they have these foundation fences, which are these things right here. They look kind of like the wall, but they have a specific design. And these are meant to put on the fronts of your foundations so that it all looks kind of uniform, so that you don't have walls and then the foundation look like right here. So basically, with these couple pieces here, I like the door frame a little bit and the door, but the other stuff is pretty lackluster in my opinion. But let's see what they have on the other side. So right here you can see the backs. They look exactly like the fronts. No change there. Here's what the top of the foundation looks like. The foundations in this pack are pretty nifty looking. I kind of like them. Here's also the stairs. So these are the stairs without the rails, and then these are the stairs with the rails. If you saw the Treasures of Turan pack, the rails looked really funny where they connected. You can see this one doesn't look as bad, but it's still, there's a noticeable difference between. They don't just, flow exactly through. But you can see throughout the piece of wood, it kind of looks like that. So I guess it doesn't look super bad just because of the way they have it designed. And then here's your corner piece of stairs, but just basically a wood foundation type look, nothing special. Over here, you'll see we have your crenulated walls, which are the walls that have this little hole in here that's meant for to dump oil out of a siege. And then you have your fences here, your reinforced fences. So as you can see, we'll jump up, we'll try and climb up, we'll take damage, and we'll try and climb up, we'll take damage. So both of them work. In the Treasures of Turan DLC, currently one of them does not do damage, but in this one, they both do damage if you try and climb up on them. So the one difference about the Imperial East pack and also the Jewel of the West pack that is different than the other DLCs is these came out before pets existed. So instead of having different pet skins, they instead gave you placeable items. So we'll come over here. So here's your artisan bench. You've seen this. This is pretty much provided in all the DLCs except for one. Only one DLC, I believe, does not have an artisan bench. But this is the kind of placeable stuff you get with this. So you get this pretty large brazier. You get this one as well. Both pretty cool looking. You get a chair. You get this nifty little dragon idol. Here is a jar. You get these cool little, folding screens. You get a nice drum. I wonder if we can interact on it. Let's see here. Nope. Just for looks. Can't make it. Can't sound it off. You get a nice little footrest for your feet when you're having a bad day. A pot, cool little statue here, Legionnaire statue. You get a table, you get this cool wood seat, this Zang, I guess it's musical instrument, and then a table here. So you also get these rug options here that you can put down. You get these the hanging wall banner. You get the hanging lantern. There's 2 options of that, and then that's pretty much it. So you can see that there are a lot of placeables that came with this style that allow you to make the interior of your building look pretty cool. Now this is the ramp right here. These are what the ramps look like. Again, the basic wooden look. I'm not a huge fan of these, but that's what it is. It's the basic wooden look. So here's your corner ramp and your regular ramp. And then over here are the roof pieces. This is your straight roof and your corner roof. So kind of like the roof design. It's pretty intricate, very similar to like the tops of the foundations. So the stairs and the slopes not so good, but the roof is really cool. So here's kind of what your awnings would look like. You can kind of see the roof pattern on the awnings. Just like in the Treasures of Tehran, you get all of the building pieces except for the placeables. Those are different. So now let's look on the inside. We'll cover some of the other things here. So you come in. This is what the bottom of the floor looks like. Very similar to the basic floor you get with like Blackened Ice and those other ones. And then here's your hatch door. Climb up out of there. So that's what the hatch door looks like. Nothing special, like nothing to write home to mom about. Here are what the pillars look like. Again, a very wood look here. You know, they got a square design instead of a circular one. And then we also have the roof pieces, which will go up top, and we'll check those out. So that's pretty much all of the actual building pieces for this. We'll climb out here. And the placeables. And then we'll kind of go over some of the armor and weapons and war paint. So we'll come up here. So all the roofs come with like 3 or 4 different options. You have these roof caps, and then you have roofs that are like an L shape. You have roofs that are T shape like this one, where you have one coming out and then 2 on the ends. And then you have a four section roof like this one that I'm standing in front right here. So it actually has 4 different areas that it comes out of. And then you also have these roof caps. So instead of being this square cap, it's actually a 2-piece cap that has an end on it, which we can show you then in another video here. But all of the roof design is the same when it comes to the different pieces you have. They just have different looks. And then these are the little caps to cap the little holes. So right here, I didn't have anything to interlock it, so I just add on these little caps like right here. So all in all, that's what the style looks like. I really like the roof design. It's pretty cool. I feel like the placeables, there's a good amount of them that are pretty interesting and would be fun to put in one of your buildings. The foundations are pretty nifty looking, but a lot of the other stuff I feel is pretty bland. I mean, I guess if you like this style of art and this style of design, I'm sure some people do. It's just not my favorite. But let's go into the armor and or the weapons and how they look, and then we'll cover the armor. And then last, we'll cover the war paint. Okay, so here's your bow. Okay, so we get the bow out. This is what the bow looks like. Pretty cool design. It's got some little gold ends on it. It's curved, not too shabby. Let's look at the daggers here. So the daggers, all steel looking. They got a little design right at the bottom of the blade. So not super flashy, doesn't stick out super much. You know, I kind of like flashy, but that's me if I'm going to be paying for a DLC. Here's the sword. Looks like it's got a little bit of jade maybe on the handle. Cool design on it. I think they could do more with it, but I do like the hilt there with the little circle right at the bottom of the blade. That's pretty nifty looking. All right, so here's your basic sword. So there's your basic sword design. Now that's pretty cool. It's completely different than a lot of the other blades out there. Like if you're running around wielding this, people are gonna be like, "Wow, that's a cool sword. Where'd you get it?" So really like the unique style of that one. So we'll do the mace and the shield together. Again, that mace is pretty cool looking. I gotta admit, that's a pretty cool looking mace. And then let's see what the shield looks like. Big giant dragon face. So pretty nifty. So let's look at the ever loved spear, pike, whatever you want to call it. So again, nothing. I mean, it's okay looking, but it's not super cool. Some of the engravings in the blade are pretty nifty. And then lastly, let's look at the axe. So this is probably the war axe here. So again, fairly unique. And we still need to look at the two-handed hammer because we didn't have the room for it. Oh, no, that's cool. Look at that thing. That looks like it would probably hurt. So there you go. That's what the weapons look like. So now let's try on some of the different armor pieces, see what they look like. So I'll just take them all here, and then we'll start with the first set. All right, so this is the medium version. So there you go. Pretty cool design. I really like some of the little patterns in the armor. And you can dye it, which is really nice, being able to dye it. So, I mean, you can make some pretty cool armor with the different dye combinations you can do on that. The stats on it are basic. They should be equivalent to what you would get for regular medium armor in the game. But these add bonus strength. So you get +5 strength for wearing this set of medium armor. So that was similar to the Treasures of Turan. I believe that was also 5 strength. So let's check out the heavy armor. So here's your heavy armor set. There you go. Little kick there. And then let's look at the light armor set. So light armor set, no helmet, just has a headband on it, very similar to like the Conan Royal armor. They have like a little circlet you put on your head. But yeah, that one's pretty lackluster. That's pretty disappointing. The other two are pretty nifty, but that one's pretty eh. All right, so there's your armor pieces. This is what they look like. So the light armor provides grit, so bonus stamina, which is very nice. And then the heavy armor provides encumbrance. So that's pretty cool that you have a full set +5 heavy. I'm sorry, having the heavy armor gives you +5 encumbrance. I think that's pretty helpful to have, just because, you know, you're already wearing heavy armor, which is heavy by itself. So I feel like the stats line up pretty well with the armors. Medium having strength, grit for the light, and then encumbrance for the heavy. So now let's take a look at the war paints. All right, so we're going to do the Dreams of the East. Well, let's take it all. And Dreams of the East. So, got a giant neck tattoo and some wrist tattoos. So there you go. A little bit on the face, too. Looks like you got a little, goes right up underneath your chin. Looks like it goes on the sides of your face as well. All right, so we'll slough that off. And then we got a Godslayer's Tear. Ugh. Oh, that's more Dafari looking in my opinion. Oh, wow. The back's really cool. That's a cool tattoo on the back. I don't like the front and the face, though. All right. Slough that off. And then Scent of the Lotus. So that's pretty cool. I don't mind that at all. It looks almost like a snake. What's on the front there? Yeah, I mean, I like that. That's a pretty cool design. All right, slough that one off. And then the Purple Towers. More face stuff, huh? I wonder if I was bald if it'd be like the whole top of my skull. That's interesting. The rest of it's okay. It's not great, but it's all right. All right, and then slough that off, and then the last one, the Silken Path. There you go. I don't know. I mean, some of these are pretty nifty. Like that one's pretty cool with the one eye covered. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the war paints from this DLC, but that's just me. So we'll slough that off. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, make sure to check out the whole playlist of all the other DLCs. This one does not have anything for pets, and that's because it has all of these different placeables. All in all, I don't know if I would spend the $10 on this. I don't think there's a lot of stuff in here that I would enjoy, but if you have difference of opinion, please put them in the comments below. This is Van from the Vaniverse Gaming Channel. Thanks for watching. Cheers, and peace out.